Welcome back, students. In this video, we are going to discuss another problem in formulation of linear programming problems. In the last two videos, we discussed some maximization problem and formulation of LPP. This is also the same idea, but we are going to discuss with the different perspectives and different notions. For example, an oil manufacturing company produces two types of crude oils, A and B. Each crude oil should be processed through three machines, M1, M2, M3. They have given the requirement. Crude oil A requires 5 minutes in M1, 3 minutes in M2, and 2 minutes in M3. Crude oil B requires 8 minutes in M1, 5 minutes in M2, and 4 minutes in M3. The machine M1 should be used minimum of 24 hours. The machine M2 can be used maximum of 40 hours, and machine M3 can be used exactly 36 hours in a week. The profit on oil A is $7 and oil B is $11. Formulate the linear programming problem for maximum profit. So again, we are going to check. We said in the previous model, we defined 5 steps. In step 1, we said we are going to identify the objective function. What is the objective of the problem? When we check here it is stated we have to maximize the profit. So maximum Z equal f of xi, where xi are the decision variables involved. Isn't it? And then in step 2, we said we are going to identify the conditions, constraints, and then we will define the alternatives. Then they will formulate the constraint and then objective function. So for identifying our decision variable, we said we will convert the model into a tabular form. We will convert the model into a tabular form. And we are going to take the values into the table. Here, what are all the things they have given? When I check, they have defined 2 products, isn't it? They have defined 2 products. One is oil A and one is oil B. And they have defined the requirements. So let me make it on the top. They have defined the requirement. I am going to take the requirement. Here we are having 3 machines because the oil A should go with machine 1 M1, machine 2 M2, and machine 3 M3, isn't it? And they have defined the requirements. M1 how many minutes, M2 how many minutes, and M3 how many minutes. So when we check for M1, they have stated that oil A requires 5 minutes in M1, 3 minutes in M2, and 2 minutes in M3. In the same, they have defined about oil B, and they said oil B requires 8 minutes in M1, 5 minutes in M2, and 4 minutes in M3. This is the requirement, resource requirement. They have defined the availability also. What they have defined about the availability? They have defined machine M1 should be used minimum of 24 hours. So when we check the availability, they have given some constraint inside. Here this should be used minimum of 24 hours. What is the meaning of this? I have to use more than 24 hours. This machine M should be used more than 24 hours. Minimum, at least I have to use it for 24 hours. When I check for machine M2, they have stated that this shall be used only maximum of 40 hours. That means I cannot use more than 40 hours. I have to use it less. And M3, they have stated that exactly 36 hours. That means neither I can use less nor I can use more. I have to use equally or exactly this one. And they have defined the profit for oil A and oil B. They have defined the profit for oil A and oil B. They said oil A is having $7 and oil B profit is $11. Now from this we are going to identify the decision variable. We are going to form the constraint and we are going to formulate the objective function. As we said earlier, we should have the same units. When we check the requirements are stated in minutes, but the availability is given in hours. So I'm going to convert this into minutes. So for conversion of hours to minute, we are going to multiply by 60. We know that very well. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So when I multiply by 60, 24 multiply 60, this is 1440 minutes, isn't it? 1440 minutes. The same idea, I am going to convert this. This is 40 multiplied by 60. So this is equal to 2400 minutes. 2400 minutes. And finally, we are having 36 hours. So this is 36 multiplied by 60 is equal to, this is 2160 minutes. But we have to combine with the terminologies, the availability, minimum, maximum, and exactly. When we are discussing problem 1 or when we are discussing the general idea for formulation of LPP, when we are forming the constraints, we said if it is minimum, we have to use the constraint with greater than or equal sign. For maximum, we said we are going to use the constraint or we are going to formulate the constraints with less than or equal to constraint. For exactly, we are going to use equality. We are going to form the constraints with equality. Now, what I am going to do now, I am going to find or I am going to define the decision variables. We need two decision variables because we are having two products. One is oil A. So I am going to take oil A as X1. So this is one decision variable. And I am going to take oil B as X2. This is the second decision variable. How we are going to check? This is based on the profit because our objective is to maximize the profit. We are having two profit. So we are going to use two decision variables. So I am going to define the decision variable unit of oil A to be produced. I am going to define this as X1, the first one, and unit of oil B to be produced. I am going to define this as X2. So we are having two decision variables. As I told you earlier, we can do this very easily. Just you are going to take X1 for oil A for all this one. So this is just multiply X1 with A. isn't it? And the same thing we can do it for oil B. We are going to multiply with x2. We are going to multiply with x2. Then we are going to form the constraints. We are going to form the constraints or condition. We said we are going to make the constraint for the availability of the resources. So the requirement and availability are given for three missions, M1, M2 and M3. They have given three missions. One is M1, one is M2 and one is M3. Now I am going to check for M1. What is given for M1? This is 5x1 and 8x2. I can write directly, isn't it? 5m and 8 minutes. So this is 5x1 plus 8x2 but we are going to check the condition. The availability is 1440 minutes, but we have to use it minimum. So when we say minimum, we said we are going to take the constraint, or we are going to express the constraint as greater than or equal to. So I'm going to put greater than or equal to. So 5x1 plus 8x2 is greater than or equal to 1440. Next, I am going to check for M2. This is given 3m, 5m, 2400, isn't it? This is 3x1, the first one, plus 5x2. This is the second mission, the second product, oil B. But this is given maximum of, this is given maximum of 40 hours. So we said when we are having maximum, the constraints should be greater than or the constraint should be less than or equal. So this will become less than or equal. What is the availability? 2400. Finally, I am going to check for mission M3. This is given 2 minutes. This is 4 minutes. And the total availability exactly 36 hours. That means 2160 minutes. So what will happen? This will become 2x1 plus, what is the requirement for mission B? 4x2. They have given exactly. What is the meaning of exactly? This is equal to the availability 2160. So when we are making the constraints here, we are having three different conditions, because the first mission should be used minimum, the second mission has to be used maximum, and the third mission has to be used exactly. So based on the terminologies, we have formed the constraints. The first mission is greater than or equal to, as we have to use minimum, and mission 2 is less than or equal to, as we have to use maximum, and mission 3 is equal to equal, as we have to use exactly. Now I am going to define the objective function using the profit. Our objective function is to maximize the profit Z. We are having two profit, one is 7 and second one is 11. So this will become 7x1 plus 11x2. Finally, we said we are going to define the alternatives. We are going to define the alternative. We said don't forget to write all our decision variables. We are having two decision variables. One is x1 and we are having another decision variable x2. All the decision variables should be greater than or equal to, all the decision variables should be greater than or equal to 0, as we are discussing about the quantity, So it should be always greater than or equal to 0. Understand the idea? The basic thing, you have to convert the problem into a mathematical model. You have to convert the problem into a mathematical model. This particular table, this will help you for the formulation. You take the requirements on one side, in general, the requirements shall be taken in the column wise, and you can take the decision variables on the row wise, isn't it? On the column, and you take the other value. Just you transform the value from the problem into the table. You have to check whether you are using all the units in the same units or not. Otherwise, convert them into the lowest unit. Always convert them into a lower unit. And then identify the decision variable, use the constraint, and define the objective function. Okay, thank you all. Thank you all for your cooperation. We will continue in the next video.